How's it going, man? Good to see you. Good to see you finally.
Good. Thank you. Thank you. Nice to meet you as well. What's your name? Sorry.
So my name's Harish.
Harish.
Harish,
Well, Harish, I
yes.
want to say, first of all, congratulations for your page.
Thank you, man.
I think it's excellent because I've seen a lot of pages that do similar, but they only focus on the UK or on the USA. And
Yeah,
it's good
yeah.
to see like someone doing for everywhere because
Thank you,
like
man.
MMA is growing and is getting more and more do you say worldwide and is
Of
good.
course, of course.
So congratulations and
Thank.
thank you for having me here.
Oh man, thank you, thank you. It's honestly, thank you so much, and it's an honor to have you as our first guest on the podcast. And yeah, man, I'm really thankful that you've taken the time to speak with me. So yeah, I mean it's great to finally meet you. I know we've been speaking for a while now, and yeah, it's great to finally see you in person and yeah get a chance to talk to you. So thank you so much for taking the time, and thank you so much for being the first host on this show. So
My pleasure.
so yeah, man, I mean I just wanted to understand a little bit more about
My
yourself.
pleasure.
And I can see you're in your gym right now.
Yes, I'm because I'm doing it's my routine. I wake up, I come to the gym, I do my weights normally on the morning, then I do the MMA class, then I have
Nice.
my lunch, I relax a little bit, then I come back and train again.
Cool, man, cool. So you're pretty much training throughout the whole day.
Yeah, roughly because actually I'm not working at the moment. I have a little company that I cook food at home and I deliver. It's
Very nice, very
I have
nice.
an Instagram page actually.
Is
I
it
can send
is it
you
is it
after the link.
is it Be Fit Healthy Foods?
Exactly,
Be Fit Healthy Foods. I've checked it out, man.
exactly.
I've checked it out, and some amazing
That's
recipes on there.
correct. I started like sharing some recipes like of my daily food. And then I had some people asking me, what's that? Looks great, and this and that. Do you do for sale? And
Yeah.
do you sell that cake or that dessert or this? And then I started like that. I started doing it home. Then it was growing, and actually,
Wow.
when we started the lockdown, it
Yeah.
growed a lot. I don't know why. I think was because people were more at the internet, so
Yeah.
I had a lot of messages, and then so basically is that's my like part time, and then
Amazing, man. Amazing.
I just train and
Nice. I've seen some of your recipes, and honestly, like it, everything that you cook looks like organic. It looks fresh. It looks homegrown, and it looks really good, man. So
thank you,
it's
thank you.
definitely inspiring me to eat healthier. So thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's one of my goals because like they say, we are what we eat, and
Of course.
I am the proof of that because I train a lot, and that helps a lot on my performance, on my recovery, on my mood, on my focus, on
Of
everything.
course. Of course. Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. As you said, you are what you eat, and it like you said, it affects everything. It affects your mood, it affects how you feel, how you perform on the mats.
Of
So
course, of
so yeah,
course.
so coming to the mats and coming to your gym, where did where did the whole story start? Like where did the journey begin? Like what got you into MMA?
Well, that's actually a fun story because when I was 16 years old until my 19th, I was a bit of a, how do you say, not the great example. As a kid, I like to go out to party with my friends, and
Yeah.
Usually, like because of my friends, and at the time we got a bit of troubles outside fight. So I always like to fight. And then one day I started calming down. I started seeing that wasn't what I want, and I start to stop going out and getting myself in trouble. And then I saw a friend of mine that used to go out with me, and he was training at this gym.
Okay.
So I seen the videos, and that got me like interest. I like the techniques were different because here we were the only MMA school. We have Muay Thai schools and kickboxing, but MMA here at the island, we're the only one.
Wow. Wow.
I think because it was different, and I was like, got me interest. And then I came to a class. Was a sparring day, my first class.
Shit, man.
So yeah, I had a lot of fun, and the guys at the time, my coach and my training partners, received me very well. They helped me, and yeah, that's how it started.
Nice.
Um,
Nice. And I know your head coach. I've checked him out. He looks like an amazing guy, Simon Shaw.
yeah,
He,
he is.
and I've seen like your relationship with him, and like it's like every fighter dreams of having a coach where you have that relationship, where it's almost like that kind of father son kind of Karate Kid style relationship. And
Absolutely,
yeah, man, he like
absolutely.
it looks like you guys work so well together. And I've watched your fights as well, and I can hear like everything that he's saying, and at the same time you're listening to everything that
Yeah.
he's saying in the fights, and you can see the connection. So yeah, I mean, how long has it been since you've been training with him?
Yeah. So it was my first and only coach until the moment. First and only now because we have another, how do you say, academy affiliated
Okay.
that's called Big Week Jiu Jitsu. It's, I don't know if you know it, it's from Brandon Quick, is a black belt from Medi Bravo. And
Wow.
he opened his school, Big Week Jiu Jitsu, and he started, but he started based on Texas, USA. He has
Wow.
school now everywhere in Europe, in Belgium, in Holland, here in Portugal. So, but talking about how long I started with Simon Show, my head coach was about 5 years and a half,
5 years and a half.
almost
Wow.
6 years. And yeah, like you say, we have a great relationship. I don't hide nothing from him. He knows me from inside to outside, like I do the same as him. So, and it's very good, like having a relationship like that with your coach, and he knows when you're down. He knows what he can do, what he can make you feel better. So, yeah, it's very nice.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing. And I mean, where you guys are based as well. Are you guys based in Lisbon at the moment, or is it Madeira? Where are you guys currently based?
Yes, we're based at Madeira Island.
Madeira.
It's not Lisbon. It's separated. It's like an hour and a half from plane
Nice. So is
by airplane from
m-
here.
Miss? Correct me if I'm wrong, but is that where Ronaldo is from? Cristiano Ronaldo.
Exactly. Yeah.
Shit.
Everyone knows
Wow.
Cristiano the island because of Ronaldo. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. But so do you train? Do you have like a few gyms? I know you mentioned you have that jiu-jitsu place that you train at as well. Do you do all your training at Knuckles Head MMA, or do you also, train elsewhere as well?
Here in Madeira, we I only train here. But
Awesome.
I one time I went to UK and I did 15 days like trainings at London Shoot Fighters. with the academy of Michael Venom Page, Alfie Davis.
Yeah.
So I was lucky to train with all that guys. It was amazing.
Wow. Wow.
Amir Albazi, that's in the UFC now.
Wow.
But
Amazing.
here I only train here. Why? Because we only have one coach here. I know some academies have a coach for wrestling, a coach for Muay Thai, a coach for striking, whatever, coach for Jiu-Jitsu. But Simon, I don't know if you know, he went to the USA and he did. He was in few months in Vanderlei Fight Team Academy.
Wow.
He
Vanderlei
has a
Silva.
background. He has a background of Kempo, sports jiu-jitsu, so he knows a lot. He knows a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm here almost 6 years, like I told you,
6 years.
and every day I learn something new, even if it's a detail, something new. So
Yeah.
how do I say? I don't need to go out to another academy because here I like the way Simon teaches. He teaches you each detail, like he explains very well, very well.
Yeah. And I mean, if you've been there for 6 years, if that's your family, if those are your brothers that you train with, then as Khabib says, like, why would you want to,
Absolutely,
why would you want to leave that? And
absolutely.
that's amazing, man. That's amazing. So
Yeah.
what are your, like, are you more driven towards like striking, or are you more like grappling focused, or are you someone who just kind of, who, I mean, as a mixed martial artist, you have to be all rounded, you know, which is obvious. But do you have like a preference, or do you like one
I would
more?
say it depends. It depends. I like everything. I like the striking. I like the grappling. If you see like the fights I won on the wrestling.
Yeah,
I pinned the guys against the cage. I just pin them and strike and win. But how do I say? How do I explain? It's what's working for me at the moment. But I I believe that my striking is good. I believe that in my wrestling. So I think I'm ready to wherever the fight takes me.
yeah,
I'm comfortable.
yeah.
I'm comfortable. Yeah.
And speaking of your fights, and speaking of your amazing wrestling, like I've seen some of your wrestling takedowns against Alejandro Sanchez in the second round. I think it was just as you got into the second round, he came for a punch, and you literally, like, you timed the takedown perfectly, and that was amazing. But I know you fought in the
Thank you.
IMMAF in November 2019 against a fighter from Cameroon, um, and I noticed that at the at
Absolutely.
that
Yeah.
at that time, that fighter had two, like a one KO and one TKO, and you went into that fight fighting someone
Yeah.
like that.
It was a
That's
strong,
amazing.
very strong opponent.
How was that for you? How was that? Like, how was the whole kind of,
Yeah, it
how were you
was great.
feeling?
It was already a victory for me. I was feeling very good, very good. I was very excited because it's the best amateurs from all the world, and it's a great platform for amateur athletes. And yeah, I was on the day. I was feeling very good. I knew that he was strong. I knew he was a strong opponent. And yeah, I got into the fight. We touched gloves. I didn't even see him taking me down. It took me down well. He got the timing perfect. But then when he went to the ground, it stayed with his head down. I could block the triangle, and I just worked from there. Work, squeeze, make everything tight, and yeah, it was brilliant. I got the victory, and
Yeah,
it was nice. Yeah.
that was an that was an amazing victory. And I think going into a fight like that against someone who's coming off two solid KO performances, I think that is such a great victory. And I'm sure it must have felt amazing for you as well. How was the whole experience of, like, going to another country and fighting in another country? Was that something that you enjoyed?
Actually, we, how do I say, we every time we fight, because we're on an island and we're the only MMA school here, we have to fly to fight. We have to fly to Lisbon, or we fight as well on the UK at the UKFC.
Yeah, yeah,
And so I got a bit used, but it's always amazing because how do you say, through the fight, through the MMA, I get to know as well some places like London, Bahrain. I never think on going to Bahrain, and the MMA took me there. I went as well to the Europeans in Rome in June of
wow,
2019. So
nice.
it's a great. I just enjoy because it's what I like to do. It's what I. My dream is to be on the UFC. I think it's the dream of each athlete, and it's just great experience. And when you are surrounded by the right people, your teammates, your coach, well, it's all great. There's nothing to go wrong. So I just enjoy, and it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. I think, yeah, man, like the whole part of the process, is to be enjoyed. And I guess you just have to love what you do and do what you love. And it sounds like that is exactly what you're doing right now. And I mean, it sounds like you're on a journey to greatness. And no doubt you're gonna achieve your dreams, man, no doubt. Because you seem like you're super focused, and you
Thank you.
seem
Thank
like you
you.
know exactly what you want. And health wise, fitness wise, everything is amazing, man. So no doubt. So no doubt. A few other questions as well
Thank
that
you.
I have. One question that I actually have from Zach in Liverpool. So something that I want to do is, like, get a few guys, like a few fans, to ask any questions that they want to know as well. So one of the questions was, how long does it take between walking to the cage and fighting that it takes for your nerves to disappear? Like, from that point of when you're walking to the cage and seeing your fighter, to the moment, to which you actually fight. How long does it take for you to just, or what is even going through your head at that point for you as a fighter?
Well, I think every experience on their way. My experience is I mean, before the fight, when I'm warming up, I'm relaxed. I'm with my coach. I'm eating pads, whatever what I do here on the gym. When they call my name and I'm doing the walk, you feel, well, I feel like a bit anxious. Like, you start doing a lot of questions to yourself. Oh, am I get if I get knocked out in front of all of these people, and if this and that. But then you go in, it's a fight. You're prepared for it. You prepared well for it. Then I think after the referee says fight, all the anxieties and thinking goes. Experience. Actually, I get more, like I was telling, nervous before I go in. After I go in, after I'm in the cage, I'm alright.
Yeah. And the whole fight just goes like that, isn't it? Like, it just, the moment you get in and fight, like, I'm guessing the whole fight.
Yeah, it's like I don't know how to explain. It's just I think you have to go in there to feel, but it's such an amazing adrenaline. Uh, but you learn to control that. I remember my first fight. I was going in like like breathing heavy, like anxious. But then again, the fight started. It's just gone. It's just gone.
Yeah.
But what I experienced as well was on my first fight. I wasn't. because I think I was a bit more nervous. I was listening to my coach, and after the second fight, third fight, I could hear him
Yeah.
very well.
Yeah.
Hearing his instructions, like do this, do that, because it's important. You have to listen to your coach.
Of course, of course. And like
So yeah, I
I
think
could see that. Like
that's it. Yeah.
yeah, I could see that in your fights. Like everything that your coach was saying, like, when he was saying strike, when he was, telling him to, like, telling you to turn around and, grab him to the cage. You were listening to everything, and it was just, it's amazing. Like, especially when you see a fighter who, who listens to everything his coach says, like, because I can imagine, in the moment of the fight, some, like I'm, especially like maybe in the first few fights, like everything happens so quickly that it can be hard to listen to what your corner is saying. But it seems like you're so calm in there, and when you fight, like you just seem really in your zone and just focused and just ready to smash.
Yeah, absolutely. That comes with the experience. Like the more you do, the more comfortable you get. Like,
Yeah, I can imagine. So, Alex, what are your, obviously, I'm not sure what the situation in Portugal is with, with lockdown, because over here in the UK, it's pretty crazy. I mean, it's not crazy. Everything seems to be normal, but we're in a lockdown, so gyms are closed. How are things over in Portugal in terms of gyms? Like, are you guys still able to train, or?
like I say, we are blessed to still can keep training, and of course we have some restrictions, but we can still train. We can still be here, like doing what we like, progressing, keep working, and I know there's a lot of places that they don't even open. People are at home, so it's not an easy phase. But we've been shut last year, like the first 3 months, I think, if I'm not mistaken, maybe more. But like I say, if you really want, you can work everywhere. Of course, here I have my training partners, I have my coach. But you know what? When we started the lockdown, I was still training at home. I was still training 2 times a day, like I do
Oh,
here, just to keep myself like active and don't thinking on the lockdown and on the problems.
of
And
course.
of course, like keep progressing, because practice makes perfection, like they say. And yeah, I think people just have to go through, try to get themselves occupied, especially people who train, because they're used to train and suddenly the gym's shut and they can train. And I know it's not easy, but I think we're gonna get through, and it's just a phase. And last year wasn't easy for me as well, because in 2019 I had 7 fights. Last year I just had one. Was all cancelled, and yeah, it wasn't the greatest year for me in terms of that. But this year, uh, actually, the UKFC was meant to do how do you say, an event in March. I don't know if it's gonna go ahead or not, because how the things are.
Yeah, yeah.
But I have competition in Luxembourg for a bantamweight title. I hope
Nice,
that goes on. And then I have in August the Europeans in Saint Petersburg,
nice.
and then final of November until beginning of December the Worlds in Kazakhstan.
Wow.
So I just hope that one goes, and yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, fingers crossed. I think 2021 is going to be an amazing year, and it sounds like you have a dream year ahead of you. Fighting in Kazakhstan, Luxembourg, and did you say Saint Petersburg as well?
Yes, Russia. Yeah.
Wow. And potentially the UK as well in March if everything goes ahead. So four different destinations. That would be amazing, man. That would be amazing. But I mean, you mentioned you had 7 fights in 2019. That is
Mhm.
that is amazing, man. That is incredible. And how, I mean, for any aspiring amateur fighters out there who are just coming up and starting off, or for anyone who hasn't had a fight already, how what how, I mean, what kind of advice would you give to them, in like how do you fight 7 times a year and just keep pushing?
Oh, it's got my motivation like from inside of me, from the people that always support me, from my sponsors, from my teammates, from my coach, from my family. Um, how do I say? I get my motivation from them because they always supported me and they always been by my side, and they know how I want this, how I want to go to the professional and leagues and be successful. And yeah, they always supported me. And I had to mention this as well because when I go to compete, uh, as you know, amateurs don't get paid. It's not easy. You have to pay everything by yourself.
Of course.
So I have lucky to get some sponsors that can help me. A few of them just helps me with products like supplements, vitamins. A few of them helps me with a bit of money, which is good. Um, but it's not easy. It's not easy, until you get to the professional stages. It's not easy. It's an effort that you have to do. And here the government, unfortunately, and the federation doesn't help you with money. And it's not easy, but you have to believe. And it's an effort. For me, it's an effort that it's worth it. It's worth it because I'm chasing my dream, and I know I will get to I know I will reach my goal, and I will help everyone that helped me. And
Wow. That is truly, that's truly inspiring, man. And you know what? I have no doubt that you are going to reach that top level. And it's an honor to have you, and to speak with you, especially on our first ever podcast as well. It's truly special, man. And no doubt, every single dream that you have is going to come true, because to me it sounds like you are, incredibly passionate about MMA. you know it sounds like this is your dream. And I think in life, when, like you said, when you're surrounded by the right people, when you're doing what you love, you know it's the hard times, yeah, they come and go, but they don't last. And yeah, man, that is awesome. That is awesome. Now, Alex, I just wanted to finish off with 3 questions. So this is something that I'm really interested in, and I know a lot of other people are
okay.
interested in as well. So I mean, it doesn't have to just be one answer. You can give a few answers. But first question is, what is your favorite striking move? Like, if you had to pick one striking move, what would you say is your favorite striking move?
Spinning sidekick.
Spinning psychic. Nice. And I saw that you pulled that off against Alejandro
Yeah.
Sanchez in the second round, just before you took
Yes,
him
I was
down.
lucky. Can Yes, exactly. It's sometimes it's underestimated, but if you time it well, and it's a great weapon to use.
Yeah, yeah. I can imagine, man. And especially when you throw it the way you do as well. it's it's awesome, man. And what's your favorite grappling move? Because I know you've pulled off the armbar, the triangles there. What's your favorite? What's your
Well, that's an easy one, right? It's the triangle choke.
triangle?
Absolutely.
Nice, nice,
You
nice.
know, you know what's funny? When we were at the Worlds on the day before the fight, my national team coach Luis Barneto, he was asking me, what's your favorite submission wrestling move?" And I said the triangle. And then on the fight, I pulled out the triangle. Then after the fight, we were talking, laughing, of course, celebrating, and he was like, "I see why you like the triangle. Now I see." And I was like, "Yeah, man. It's you know what? I work that position a lot here, and it's a move that even sometimes when we're messing around, we're rolling. It's a move that I get a lot. So
Nice, nice,
yeah,
amazing, man. And you have that height, and that it looks like, yeah, it looks like if you get caught, in a triangle with you don't want to be getting caught in the triangle by you.
oh yeah, absolutely. I can guarantee you that it's my triangle. It's very very tight, very tight.
Yeah, I mean, from the looks of your fight in Bahrain, it looks like it was very tight. Looks like it was very tight, man. Sounds good. All right, and finally, the last question is, from an MMA fan's point of view, who would you say are your top three fighters of all time? It doesn't have to be just UFC. It can be like in Pride or Bellator. Who are your favorite fighters of all time? Your top three.
My top three. Okay, I
It's a
would
tough. It's a
say
tough one. It's a tough one.
Dominic Cruz. I love his fighting style. Um, I would say Khabib, of course. I love his wrestling is amazing. His controlling it's amazing. And third one. I like a few actually. I like a lot Michael Venom Page. I like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. But I probably would pick Michael Chandler. I think he's a very complete fighter. I think he's good everywhere. He has the explosion, he has the speed, he has good wrestling, he has good striking, and I think he's gonna, I think he's gonna succeed in the UFC. Well, you just seen his first fight against a good opponent, Dan Hooker,
Dan Hooker, yeah,
and
that was a
yeah, I
good fight.
think I think he has everything to do well.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of fighters. I mean, a lot of fight fans are, saying, "Oh, he's not good. He's not worthy to come in and get that top five spot." But you're right, man. He's been around for a long time, hasn't he? And he's a top level fighter.
Absolutely.
But Alex, I know you've got a training session to go to right now as well. What session is it? Just out of curiosity, is it like a Muay Thai or Jiu-Jitsu?
It's the MMA session.
MMA. Nice, nice. Is
Yeah.
is it a big class? Like, do you have quite a lot of guys who train there?
Actually, there's no one in yet, but maybe I will have at least one training partner because a few as well are at home. The parents are a bit thing because of the COVID, and
Yeah.
so a few of them just came 2-3 times a week, and then I think at least one I will have. Otherwise, I work with the coach. Doesn't matter, so I can
Wow.
still work it.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. It's amazing that you have that relationship with the gym and with your coach, and no doubt it's an amazing combination to get to that top level spot, which you're very much going to. And yeah, man, it's been an absolute honor to speak to you. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for taking the time and for speaking with me. And I'm sure this is not going to be the last time that we speak. I'm sure we're going to be hearing a lot more from you. You know, potentially four amazing fights this year. So it sounds like 2021 is going to be a massive year for you. So yeah, man, I wish you all the best. And yeah, I can't wait to speak to you again.
Thank you, buddy. It was my pleasure. Like, thank you for having me here. And yeah, just anything you need. You have my Instagram, you have my Facebook, everything, anything you need, just text me, and yeah, it will be my honor to keep in touch with you. And I want to wish you all the best for your page, that you can interview a lot of
Thank you.
athletes, and I think you will succeed. So thank you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
But you know, I'll be checking out your Instagram page for the food, and you know, I'll be trying out some recipes as well. So I'll definitely let you know how
If
that
you
goes.
need, I can share. No worries. I can share some recipes with you. No worries. If you need anything, just give me a shout.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Alex,
Pleasure.
all the best. Absolute pleasure.
For you as well, buddy.
And yeah, I'll speak to you very soon, man.
See you soon, buddy. Thank
Take care,
you.
bro.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.